Hey guys, so I'm back after like 8 years of absence, but we're not going to talk about it. So on, what day is today? Tuesday. On Saturday night, I sat my little ass down and I filmed a whole video on, how I feel about James Charles. I talked about the tour, I talked about Tati, and I talked about the predatory allegations. Sorry, I just burped. But now some new tea has come out, and I was gonna just like add it in, but it's a lot to talk about, so I'm just refilming the video. So if I talk kind of fast or if I allude to my previous video, I mean the one that I posted last, that I was gonna post and didn't, but I'm kind of slow, so. I also want to come out and say that pretty much all of my opinions are influenced by a YouTube channel called As Told by Kenya. If I'm talking really fast and I mention her, I'll call her As by Kenya, which doesn't make any sense, but As Told by Kenya, she's amazing. You should follow her. She's really funny, really good. I also am going to kind of model my editing style after her because I've never done a ranty kind of video like this, and I really like her editing style that she uses for her type of ranty videos. I'm also really sorry for this like weird downward angle, but it felt kind of informal and I liked that. So let's get to it. I have my cute little Vera Bradley notebook here with all my things I want to talk about, and then I also have my little my little note thing filled with all of the people that unfollow James on Twitter. First, I'm going to talk about James's tour. So I know everybody already talked about like, oh, it's expensive, and I get that. It is expensive, but I feel like, when Jeffree Star and Lipstick Nick went on tour, they did this cute little like, they did each other's makeup on stage. They taught people how to do makeup. They gave out these gift bags full of makeup. And I'm pretty sure those tickets were like $200. I'm not sure, so don't freaking quote me on that because I have no goddamn idea. But I know they weren't $500 because there would have been a scandal. And so I thought that James Charles was going to have a moment like that, I thought he was going to have like this cute like live makeup tutorial or whatever, and like give like gift bags of like what makeup he used. Like everybody could like do their makeup in the audience. That was so cute, and that would be worth $500 because you're getting the makeup, you're having a nice close experience. You can raise your hand, you can ask questions, you can, sorry, there's popcorn stuck in my teeth. That would be a cute little moment, and I still don't think that's worth $500, but at least someone who like likes James Charles, you're like getting an experience out of that. You know what I'm saying? But if James Charles' ass is gonna go and stand and sing a song and then let you sit in the same room with him for 10 minutes while he talks about straight boys, like that is not worth $500, and you shouldn't pay $500 for that. And the gift basket is probably like a James Charles palette and a Morphe brush. Like, it's not worth the money, and we all been known that. Like, we all been known that it's not worth $500, but what we're not talking about is the mentality and like the mental instability that comes from behind thinking that you deserve that $500. Like James Charles really thinks he deserves $500 for singing. He really thinks that like you need him singing in your life so bad that you should give him money for it, if that makes any sense. He really takes himself so goddamn seriously that he thinks he deserves $500. And I know I keep reiterating the fact, but it was one of As by Kenya's main points, and I loved it, that he really has the audacity to think that he deserves that $500. It's not, oh, I'm greedy, I want money, I'm gonna cheat myself. He really thinks that he deserves it. Like, and that's just so messed up. And another thing, As by Kenya was talking about, which I really freaking, like, it really hit me in the head, and I was like, yeah, is that he talks a lot about well, my team, to go back to when he had those 6 ads on that one video and everybody was like, what the fuck, what the hell, like, what are you doing? You can't put 6 ads on a 20-minute video. And he was like, yes, I can. My videos are the, like, equivalent to a TV show, and a TV show has 5 3-minute ad breaks so nobody complains. I have a 10-person team. You don't need a team. Like, your videos are not that great. Your videos are mediocre. You sit in front of a camera and you do your makeup. You could edit yourself. You really could do that, and you would be fine. It doesn't take that long to set up lights, and you don't do any, like, cool camera work. It just sits there on a tripod. You could do that all yourself, but you choose to not want to do any of your own work, so you hire 10 people, and that's fine, but you can't expect us to pay for them, to pay the extra money at the tour tickets, to pay for your team, to watch the extra ads, to pay for your team, because it's your choice to have that team. The videos would look the exact same to us if you didn't have a team. So that's like when, like you know, that pisses me off because, like, Emma Chamberlain's old videos when she lived in San Francisco, I thoroughly enjoyed those. I thought those were pretty cool. They had some, you know, hold the camera. They had lots of, like, zooms and, like, edits and voice things. She did that all herself on her freaking iPhone 8. Okay, so you can do the cut and paste for your, like, he doesn't edit. He doesn't, like, do the, like, Emma Chamberlain thing. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do, like, if you watch Curtis Connor, like, puts in all these video clips and he, like, does all these colors and stuff and, like, you know, and he doesn't do that. And so you're not putting in these extra fun little things that would make it more exciting for us as an audience, but you feel the need to hire 10 people and then feel the need to put the burden on us to pay for them and to feed them and, you know, to give them a place to live. But that's not our responsibility, because that's a luxury for you. That's like me, you know, at school. I can write an essay on paper, but if I choose that I want to type my essay on a MacBook, then it's not the school's responsibility to pay for my MacBook and give me a place to charge my MacBook, because I could write it myself. I just don't want to, you know? So it's like a luxury for him to just make it easier. It's still the same to us, you know, the teacher would still receive the same essay from the MacBook than on the paper. We're still receiving the same video, we're still receiving the same video, so it's not our problem to pay for that, because that's, like, your luxury. Last thing about, like, the money and the tour thing before we get on to Tati, he doesn't care about his fans. Like, he's so manipulative. He manipulates you into, he's saying, like, this is another as told by Kenya thing, he's like, pay the $500, it's gonna be so amazing, pay the $500, and then once you get there and you see him screeching in a school auditorium, what are you gonna do about it? There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. If I have an issue, if I go to a Taylor Swift concert and I have an issue with it, I don't slide into Taylor Swift's DMs, I go to the tour company, or I contact somebody who works at the, like, place that she held the concert at. I don't go straight to Taylor Swift, because Taylor Swift doesn't sell the idea that we're friends. Taylor Swift doesn't sell the idea of sisters, family, but James Charles does. So when James Charles, if I have an issue with a tour for James Charles and I don't feel like I got what I paid for, I'm going to go straight to James Charles. I'm going to slide up on his Twitter. I'm going to slide into his DMs. And that does nothing. That absolutely will not affect him. That absolutely will not affect the money in his pocket. You know, if I went to a Taylor Swift thing and I was like, hey, I have an issue with your thing, and they didn't listen to me, they ignored me, I would say, hey, record company XYZ, not record company, tour company XYZ is not listening to me, they're ignoring my complaints. No celebrity would ever work with that tour company again, because these celebrities don't want to have their fans feel like they're being ignored. But James Charles doesn't care if we feel like we're being ignored, because we'll think, oh, because he can go on Twitter and be like, I'm so sorry, I'll make it better next time. We'll pay for the ticket and it won't be better. And what are we going to do about it? We have absolutely no control over what James Charles does. We have no control on what he does with our money after we give it to him. And we have no control on the product we get after we pay for it. And he knows that, and so he's going to make you pay for it, and he's going to steal your money. And that's it. After he has your money in his pocket, you have absolutely no control, and you have absolutely, like, there's nothing you can do about it once he has your money. Same thing with the palette thing. I have a James Charles palette. Lots of people have James Charles palettes. When this drama came out, people were throwing their James Charles palettes in the bathtub, out the window. You know, there's no reason for that. Your money is in his pocket. Why would he care if you threw it away? You already paid for it. He has your money. So why does it matter? Why wouldn't you use it? You paid for it. Like, that pisses me off when people throw their shit away, but that has nothing to do with that. All right, on to the Tati thing, guys. So the Tati thing. First, before I start into this, if you don't know this drama already, you're going to be lost because I'm not explaining it. I'm just going to explain my feelings on it. So first, we're going to talk about Gabriel Zamora's ugly ass. Like, nobody asked for him to speak ever. Like, nobody asked for him to speak when it's his own drama. And now, like, that these two people who are completely unrelated to Gabriel Zamora, like, none of them run with Gabriel Zamora. They're not super tight with Gabriel Zamora. So who told Gabriel Zamora to post an Instagram or a Snapchat or whatever? Like, As Told by Kenya had to tell me that Gabriel Zamora put up a Snapchat because he's that irrelevant. He's that low of the low that I know everybody gets into drama to, like, increase like subscribers and increase your like active whatever, to increase activity or whatever. But Gabriel Zamora is so irrelevant that the only thing that gets him active subscribers is drama. Like, James Charles is drama and he has good content, but, like, Gabriel Zamora has nothing going for him except other people's problems. So, like, nobody asked Gabriel Zamora to talk, but that has nothing to do with this. Okay, so also Gabriel Zamora said, it's just vitamins. Obviously, it's not just vitamins. You know, if somebody's crying on the internet, it's obviously not just vitamins. There's more things going on behind the scenes that you don't know about, and that's why you shouldn't talk. But, okay, so, you know, the Coachella thing, Gabriel Zamora, goddamn, I'm so hung up on him. James Charles was saying, you know, I felt like I was in danger. I was being attacked. And I don't think that's true at all. If you have a VIP pass, you're not being attacked by anyone. People who have enough money to pay for a VIP pass are not running around, jumping on top of people, asking for pictures. You know, that's not what's happening in VIP Coachella. And, I mean, I've never been to Coachella, so I can't really talk. But I'm pretty 159% sure that that's not what's happening in the VIP section of Coachella. And so, here's the tea with that. Before this whole Nikita Dragun thing happened, everybody thought that, the artist pass thing with the Sugar Bear hair. Okay, so he said, he was like, I'm in trouble, so he asked, so Sugar Bear Hair just randomly showed up and gave him a contract and said, if you post an Instagram story, we'll give you guys all artist pass and we'll give you security. So that's what James Charles said happened. And everybody thought this was weekend 1 before this Nikita Dragun stuff happened. And there are pictures of him weekend 1 with the artist pass and weekend 2 with him having no artist pass. So, sorry. And so now that the Nikita Dragun thing, you know, all happened, it's all of a sudden weekend 2. And, the texts, I'll pop up a picture if I can. If I can't, I'm sorry. I'll pop up pictures if I can of the messages that, were supposedly sent all in 60 seconds. There was like 5 messages sent back and forth from Nikita and James, all at 7:19. And then she also managed at 7:19 to go text Sugar Bear Hair. So the Nikita Dragun story is that James texted Nikita and said, hey, I want you to reach out to Sugar Bear Hair because I feel like I'm in danger. And Nikita said, okay, I got it. She texted Sugar Bear Hair and Sugar Bear Hair said, yes, give James our number. So James would have had to text Sugar Bear Hair. But then when James DM'd T-Spill, James said, oh, they contacted me because they heard from other influencers that I was having security issues. So there's 2 different stories going on. Then also in T-Spill, originally he was saying he needed it for security. He didn't feel safe. But then he told T-Spill that he was upset that he wasn't having fun weekend 2 of Coachella. So we're going back from I'm not having fun to security. We're also going back from weekend 1 to weekend 2. We're going back to James texted Sugar Bear or Sugar Bear texted James. Like, nobody knows what's going on. The story don't match up. So obviously, to me, that didn't happen. What Tati was saying in her video was that it was most likely that James made the deal with Sugar Bear Hair several weeks before Coachella and, you know, said, hey, I really want an artist pass, but I don't want to pay for it. I'll put up a 24-hour Instagram story for you guys if you can give me an artist pass. Tati's not completely in the right, I don't think, because she was allowing James to be a terrible person. She allowed James to do that stuff at her birthday dinner, which we'll talk about in a second. She allowed James to, say all that stuff about that lady from Makeup Geek. She allowed James to drag all these other influencers, like she, you know, and then, but as soon as he did it to her, there was an issue. I mean, I think there was an issue all along, but she should have come out and said, well, he did this to Marlena from Makeup Geek, and he did this to all these people before it happened to her, because she didn't have an issue and it was happening to other people, but it was an issue and it happened to her. So that's my problem with Tati. But then, also, like, we have the birthday dinner thing. I actually have posted right before this on my channel the deleted video of the waiter from Tati's birthday dinner. So if you want to see that, that is on my channel. He was just basically saying, you know, at the time, James was being told he was straight. Like, James was being told that the waiter was straight, so he should not have pursued him further. But then the waiter ended up DMing him on Instagram. They had a night together, and then they texted for several weeks after that. James offered to fly him out to LA. The waiter said, no thank you, I think I'm straight and I don't feel right taking such a big thing from you if I don't feel the same way about you as you feel about me. And James said, you're not straight, no matter how much you tell yourself you're not straight, which was messed up. But and then the waiter like FaceTimed him and he was like, hey, so I know that you were talking to me at the same time you were talking to Gage Gomez, like, what is up with that? Why didn't you say anything? And then James was like, yeah, absolutely I was. Why do you care? So he got kind of salty about that. Kind of segueing into his predatory allegations. So, James Charles is a predator. He's disgusting. I mean, everybody knows at this point what he did. He cracks straight people's sexualities and makes them think that they're gay, which is absolutely wrong. That would follow somebody for the rest of your life. Like, that follows you for the rest of your life. Because imagine me thinking I'm straight my whole life and then having a forced gay experience, and then my whole life being like, well, maybe did I like it, or was I forced to like it, like, you know, and that follows you for your whole life, and you're just going to be confused about something that you should never have been confused about in the first place, because you were set within yourself, you were fine, you were good. So the first thing about James Charles being a predator is the Tinder allegations, where allegedly there are people who have their preferences set to women only, who verified accounts of James Charles are showing up on their feed. So apparently James Charles has himself as a woman in Tinder. Yeah. That's alleged, so I'm not gonna elaborate further on that because I don't want to be the dumbass who elaborated on something that everybody else thought was fake. But I'm pretty sure people think it's real. So the second thing we're going to talk about is the catfishing in high school. So in high school, there's people from James Charles' high school who've come out and said, you know, when we were in high school, James Charles would Snapchat boys and say he was a girl to get explicit pictures from them, which is disgusting if it's true. Because, I mean, think about, like, when the internet went crazy over It's Budday or That's Budday or whatever his name is. I'll throw up a picture of him, too. So, guys, I use iMovie to edit, and I can't remember if I can put pictures in videos or not, so I'll try. Sorry. It's Budday. Everybody freaked out because he was, like, messaging younger girls and trying to get, he's, like, an old guy. He was trying to get explicit pictures from younger girls, and everybody freaked out. It was like, that's disgusting. The internet is so dangerous. But then James Charles is out here doing the same thing, and everybody's like, haha, so quirky. He's a gay guy trying to get straight guys nudes. Like, no. It's not quirky, it's not cute. It's predatory and it's disgusting. And so we can't pick sides where we say it's not okay when the bidet does it, but it is okay when James Charles does it. It's not quirky, it's not cute, it's not fun, it's not fresh, it's disgusting and illegal. Because, as told by Kenya, talked about this in her video, the idea of consent. These boys are consenting to send their explicit pictures to a 16-year-old girl, not to a 16-year-old male. And so that's not consent. So that's sexual harassment. You're forcing somebody to do something without consent. I know technically it's not forced because they were sending the pictures willingly, but they thought they were sending them to somebody else. So they're not consenting to send them to James Charles. They're consenting to send them to another girl. So that's that about consent. Another thing, let's talk about the Dolan twins. Let's bring them into this equation. Do you all remember when we had the Sister Squad? Like, that was a while ago. We don't have them anymore, but the Sister Squad. And when they went to Vegas, and when James Charles was, like, calling, like, Grace and Dolan, like, daddy and this and that and the third, and everybody was like, wow, so quirky, that's so funny, he's going after a straight guy. Like, if you go back and watch the videos, knowing what you know now about James Charles, it makes me want to throw up. It's so gross. He's all over Grayson all the time, and it's nasty, and it makes me so uncomfortable. Sorry, the light just shifted. Oh, that's such bad lighting change, sorry. And then you have the thing with Gage Gomez where he said he was feeling pressure to be put in a relationship. You have all these different YouTubers coming out and saying, oh, well, he DM'd me one time when I was 17. Like, so you have all these people coming out and saying, James Charles makes me uncomfortable. James Charles is flirting with me and I'm uncomfortable. And nobody's doing anything about it. Everybody's saying, like, oh, he's so quirky, he's gay, and he likes straight guys. Like, no, you can like straight guys, and I think that's fine, just like as me, as a straight girl saying, you know, I like gay men. I can like gay men, but I can't expect to have a relationship with gay men. I can't try to crack gay men's sexualities and trying to make them sleep with me because that's not okay. You know, I can be attracted to that, but that is not an option for me. If a gay man slept with me, he's not gay. That's not how that works. So I mean, like, if they had a relationship with you, not if they just slept with you, like, under peer pressure. If they slept with you under complete consent, then they're not gay, you know? So you can't expect to have a relationship with somebody who's not sexually attracted to you or your, like, gender, and then get salty when you don't get it. And get mad and get hurt. Like, with Gage Gomez, he was saying he was trying to force him to do something which wasn't within his realm of sexuality, and then once he didn't get it, he called him a con artist and a terrible person. But you can't get salty that you're not getting something that you were told from the beginning you couldn't have. So, like, yeah, and it's just, like, predatory, it's gross, can't stand it, I think it's disgusting. So that's all I'm going to say on that, because I feel like I don't really have any more to say, I can't really say anything else. If you guys are, like, liking this, if you guys like this kind of rant style video, I will totally make a part 2, or I'll make it on a different person, whatever you guys want, comment below. I usually don't have a lot of engagement, so, I don't know, but some of my videos have gotten, like, a lot of engagement, so, I don't know, when I make drama videos, I usually get a lot of engagement, so let me know if you guys like this. Okay, now, since the tea is over, we're gonna go over all the people that unfollowed James Charles on Instagram. So we have Kylie Jenner, Miley Cyrus, Iggy Azalea, the Dolan Twins, Emma Chamberlain, Demi Lovato, Katy Perry, Shane Dawson, Laura Lee, Antonio Garza, Shawn Mendes, Kim Kardashian, Joe Sugg, Trisha Paytas, Jeffree Star, and Tati Westbrook. And then we also know that Jeffree Star unfollowed Gabriel Zamora, which kind of unrelated, but kind of related. Now, we are going to check the live subscriber count for Tati and James. It is 7:05 on Tuesday night, so let's check this out. I will also, like, right after I do this, I will also post the numbers right here of what it is now. when I'm editing this, I'll write like the date and whatever. Okay, so right now, okay, Tati is at 9,864,000. Now we're gonna check the live subscriber count between Tati and James. So Miss Tati Westbrook, Miss Halo Beauty, who started out at 5,900,000, is now at 9,000,000 and almost 900,000. So that's crazy. James Charles, who started at 16,500,000, is now at 13,500,000. So he lost 3 million subscribers, and Tati gained like 4 million. We also have their Instagram followings. I don't have what their Instagram followings like started out as, but James right now is at 15,200,000, and Tati is at almost 3 million on Instagram. So that's that. There's that subscriber count. Right now it's like 7 p.m. on Tuesday night. So right now I'm going to flash up the day that I'm like editing this and about to post it. And then here's Tati's number. And here's James's number. So by the time I edit and post this, if there's more tea that I missed, I'm really sorry. It's Tuesday night right now. So if there's any tea of Tuesday night that I missed, let me know down in the comments. Also, let me know down there if you liked this video, if you want to see more stuff like this, if you want to see more As Told by Kenya vibe videos, or if you just like me hearing, like, talking about James Charles, if you like my drama channel videos better, if you liked my old, like, Emma Chamberlain style videos, tell me what you're feeling, tell me what you're doing. I don't think this is going to take that long to edit, so hopefully you'll be up by Thursday night. Hopefully, because I also have another video coming up, which is a get ready with me. But I don't know if it's going to go up or not, because I didn't get as much footage as I wanted to get. So sorry for rambling. So hope you had fun with me. Like and subscribe if you like my videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
I had a gratin when I was chickacret. I had lots of a mock-up on my face.